Welcome members to another weekly update looking over my shoulder. So here's where, just literally while looking over my shoulder, I'm thinking aloud, looking at trades and trades I've got open and updating them and so on and things like that. So I want to start off right away with, as you know, I do what's called the Make Mama Millionaire challenge, where I've got I'm just trying to just cherry pick really 10 trades that takes her £1,000 and doubles it 10 times to make it into £1,000,000. My first attempt at that was shorting the Japanese yen. Got out of that to about break even. But now I'm going to come into it with another one, which, as you know, I've been looking at for a while now. I'm going to make this I got into this trade last week, and then I said I'm going to get in the other half if it pulled back, and that pullback has happened now. But at the same time, because I've got that pullback now, I get a nice tight entry point for what I'm going to call that. I make my millionaire trade when I'm using, I'm really thinking this is going to be, a good one. It's a good one, not so much as because of the certainty, although it is looking, I think the fundamentals are, looking more and more in place for gold. But this is more of a chart thing where, because of the nature of this vehicle, as I'll explain in just 1 second, I'm getting a very low risk entry point here using the 200-day as my stop loss point. But the upside of this one, because it's a leveraged ETF, is potentially huge. So I get very low downside with potentially massive upside. So who knows, I might be even be able to triple my money with this one and get a head start on the whole challenge. So just to recap then, it's not NUGT is the ticker symbol, and it's gold miners times 3. However much the gold miners ETF goes up, which is actually GDX. This is 3 times GDX. It's just a way of magnifying the gains. Here it is in the weekly chart here. It's done a pretty reliable job. Every time it's peaked above the 40-week, it's carried on going up or down. It's gone, it's gone up, it goes up, it goes below, it goes down. And now we've got this, as you know, last couple of weeks I commentated on this. After I've been watching the actual gold metal and gold, break out of that double bottom formation I've been commentating on. Then I've homed in on the miners because of that. And now I'm getting this not just the breakout above the 40-week, but now this very healthy looking pullback, as you see right there. So I go to the daily chart, you can really see this clearly. Here's where I got in, identified it. I said, look, I could wait for the pullback, but the pullback might not happen. So I'm going to get half in now and then half in down here. So I'm going to, in my normal trading affairs, I'm going to add the other half now. So I've got in half around there, get another half in here. But separately to that, my Make Mum Milli Trader says, look, that's a great entry point to play this. So I'm looking at getting around, well, I did get in on Friday actually, just as it pulled back there. Nice entry point. Tight stop loss if it breaks below on the 40-week down there. So that's that one. I'm just going to look at the metal again, just as a recap. You see, we had this this breakout above. Sorry, it's the miners actually, wasn't it? It's the metal GLD. GLD is the proxy for gold. Yeah, GLD is the proxy for gold. And there's that kind of resistance line there we were watching, and this double bottom, the right one lower than the left one, which is sort of classic textbook stuff. And then as soon as it breaks above that right-hand side of the W, as it were, that kind of out of the peaks there, which it did there, then I knew, okay, that technically speaking, gold is off, and then it goes. So looks like an uptrend is set in motion for gold, and miners are a leveraged way of playing that, but 3 times the miners is an even more leveraged way up. So it's at 37 right now. I mean, you can see how high this thing can go. It's not unfeasible. That's, a double, or, it depends on how high it goes. It could even push into a triple. So that's that one, definitely in there. Let's catch up on another trade I had open, which is Tile, T-I-L-E. I was running this one, talking about this one for weeks actually, because of how it respected the 200-day. I was talking about it for all this time up here, kept saying you can get in here, get in here, you can get in here, get in here. Loads of chances. I talked about that until I was blue in the face. And then finally up it goes, up it goes, up it goes again. Beautiful finish on Friday, up on high volume, pushing that one up there. Nice rolling profit there. Anything else on the radar I'm looking at? Just going through my notes here. Let's look at TCX. Yes, now this one's kind of stuck in a downtrend. It's a little bit, it's not like that perfect kind of sideways thing, but it's so on the line. mean, it's just again almost like tile. It's kind of respecting that 200-day so much with such a low risk entry point, and it's starting to do the right thing. It's starting to turn up there. I think this is a great entry point here with a tight stop loss at say 40, 49 on the daily chart like that. So I mean, there was a sort of line of support there. It did break, but then it could have just held on there and sticking with what could be just that long-term trend line there. Let's try and draw this something like that. So yeah, it's tight entry point, not a massive one. I put about half a position on that. It's going the right way. What else here? I've been asked about currencies, so I'll check in on the currencies. Let's look at the pound. Doing brilliant. I mean, as I said here, the worst. It looked like the worst was over. I've been saying that for a while about the pound. Here it is on the weekly chart, and there's that kind of stepping action. I said as soon as it was here, actually, I said, as if you can stay above the 40-week line, which is the blue line there, it could really be on for the pound, and it did. And in the process, it's pushed that 40-week line, turned it up with it. So we've got a very healthy scenario now. We've got the price above the 40-week and the 40-week turning up. And on Friday, that was just brilliant action there. Actually, on Thursday and Friday, look at that, gapping up, as it cleared a level of what probably was resistance there. You can see the level around there and pushing higher. Probably due for a little consolidation period because that's quite a hefty move. But depending on whatever your situation is, that's pound is looking healthier all the time. Same the euro actually. Euro's in a very aggressive uptrend, and that's and which means basically everything's pegged against the dollar, so that means the dollar's weakening against which is a strong case for gold as well. The yen, well, I was out of that now. I can catch up on that. Yes, it's turned back again. I jumped out because it didn't look good, a break-even scenario. But that just goes to show, it's just an awful looking picture. So that's a bit of an oddball, that one. So we'll come back to that another time. There's the Aussie dollar doing the same sort of thing. You see, everything's breaking out against the dollar, which is bullish for gold. It's all stacking up. That's all for this week. I've got some trades on there. I've got the good strong one there for gold. Lots of different ways of playing that, but I think that's a good one. I will speak to you next time.